You gained some weight though.
Oh yeah, that was before I could really start working out. I was walking around about 215. That's normally what I walk around at. But I don't know if it's Dolce or if people just want to see a champion that's skinnier. More in shape. People they did whatever. So now I'm on a diet. Thank you, fans.
So normally you're at 215, but
220.
220, and so the pressure was, and you're saying that isn't like beyond normal when you're not fighting.
Yeah, that's my normal weight.
And so now it's kind of, you kind of got screwed
on me. Yeah, and you know who did that? Jamil Kelly. Because in wrestling, I'd be 250, 210, 205, but I'd wrestle 65. In the off season, you let yourself go. You have fun. I love eating. I love hanging out, and that's sort of me. A good cheeseburger, good steak, good mashed potatoes, some good. I love hunting, so I eat my own. I send my butcher my hogs, my deer. So I love hog meat, wild hog. I eat wild chickens. I have my own eggs and all those kind of things.
Oh, wow, very healthy.
I like the natural way, but it's a little. The pig is not as fatty. But I love it so much, I eat more of it, and so it sort of backfired on me. But, it's all good. It doesn't bother me.
So now what are you walking around now, or what's the goal for the diet? Where does Dolce want you to be at? at a
Dolce wants me at
non-fighting?
190.
So 190 when you're not preparing for a fight.
Yeah.
He wants you at 190.
Yeah, but I'm 205.
205 right now? Okay,
yeah,
so Dolce, don't watch this?
No, that's one thing that, me and him, we got to sit down and talk about that, sort of figure out a game plan, you know what I mean? I don't want to be, because I feel strong, I'm just a naturally heavier guy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And life's going to suck if I have to make 190 every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You would kind of like feel like you were always training and never getting time off.
Yes, and so that's what and Dolce probably understands that. That's why he probably set that goal, that I would make a change from where I was at to get my weight down. You know what I mean? He uses it as motivation, and so I understand that. That's why I said, all right, I'll lose 10 pounds. And so what we're doing is we're trying to lose 10 pounds of fat and gain about 5 to 6 pounds of muscle.
So if you were to talk to Dolce right now, what would you say your off-season weight? 205?
Yeah. That's
compromise?
Exactly. Compromise. You know what I mean? I know it's a win-win situation, or it's a, sort of what everybody says, a love-hate relationship. But you got to give and take. You know what I mean? And I know that I can't be walking around at 215 if I'm gonna make 170 for, for a while. So I'm willing to make that sacrifice. You know what I mean? And then and what also what me and Dolce have talked about is each weight cut. I'm getting a little bit more science behind it. So like I'm doing a lot of bipods. What's my muscle mass? What's my body fat? You know what I mean? Fat free. I'm about 170 right now. You know what I mean? I'm at 205, so I got about, 19% body fat. Okay, is that, whenever fight camp happens, I'm still going to do the bipods to sit here and see how much fat I'm burning.
Now, what's bipods? Is it like a measurement or something?
Yeah, it's a what it does is it literally, the way it pressurizes, and it tells how much muscle or fat-free muscle mass you have, so organs, muscle, bone, all that stuff, and then it registers how much fat you have on your body. So even the fat around your organs, it can tell. You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm trying to do to better my weight cuts as well. Okay, I'm at 18% or 19%. I was at 23 or 24 and a half.
At 215?
At 215. Okay, well, if I'm at 205, I'm at 19%. Does that make my weight cut easier? Because whenever I start training and get on the Dolce diet even harder, do I get down to like a as 8%, 10% body fat, which makes my weight cut. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Or do I need to lose a little bit more body fat? So do I need to try to get to like 170, around 178 muscle mass, and be at a 205 with, puts me at 17% body fat. You see what I'm saying? So like I'm going to start doing a little bit more digging on my end to make sure the weight cut's easy.
So now talk about your last fight was with Lawler.
Yep.
And you had an injury.
Yep.
Now you were showing me your bicep. Would you mind showing the fans
No.
your arm?
Yeah, it's like it's hard to see the scar now, but there's a scar right there, and then they put a little plate on the backside right around here.
Wow. And so you went into that fight, from what I understand, you had a partial tear before the fight, and then it completely tore during the fight.
First round. Yeah, the first round. The first takedown I tried to do, I pushed him. Whenever I went to take him down, I tried to snap him down. Whenever I tried to pull him, I tried to lift his legs out of the way. Whenever I did that motion, it went.
And you could tell right then.
Oh yeah, it went completely numb.
What was going through your head? Were you like, oh shoot?
Realistically, I tried to put it out of my head, except for in the third or the second round. At the end of the second round, Mark Lamb was like, take him down. I was like, I can't. You know what I mean? And that's whenever he started patting his mic, and I said, my arm's done.
Oh, he's patting it so nobody could hear from the broadcast. Okay,
yes.
My arm's done. Oh boy, what was his expression?
He goes, okay. You know what I mean? And it sort of throws them off guard too, because when they get in your corner, they want to give you valuable information, good stuff you need to be doing. Why aren't you doing this, and this, right? Whenever you throw them something like that, and that's taken out of some of your game plan, they're like, they got to make a quick decision. And he started giving me, okay, keep doing what you're doing, try to do what you're doing. And what I didn't realize is that I thought I was keeping my hands up. They kept yelling, keep your hands up, keep your hands up. Well, when I rewatched the fight, I thought this arm was up here, with my left hand. But realistically, it's down by my waist.
Oh, and you didn't even know.
I didn't even know it because I was trying to keep it up, but it just wouldn't.
So besides your torn bicep, before the fight, you also had a fractured shin or something?
Yeah, fractured shin, outside bone, like the one right outside here.
Wow.
It was on my left leg right here.
Wow,
and,
so...
yeah, but it's one of those things that you're training and, you're trying to do stuff, and you're trying to push yourself to the limit the best you can. And, I give it all back to, the good Lord blessed me with a lot of things. And one of them was mental toughness. And, and also wrestling got that out of me too. There were so many times I had to wrestle with injuries. You know what I mean? How do you come out with the W? Do you let it affect you, or do you find a way to win? And I was blessed to be able to find a win because, Robbie Lawler's no
joke.
Yeah. He's a very tough fighter. He's got heavy hands. And I think in the third round he figured out that there's something there's a reason why I wasn't able to take him down. And he came out strong and sort of took advantage of the third and fourth round. And what I learned by doing that is I said, okay, he's going to come out hard for 2 minutes. He's going to try to win the first 2 minutes. How do you nullify that? You know what I mean? And that's sort of what I did the fifth round. Okay, let him come hard. Let him do this. Let him do that. Keep moving. Do what you can to keep him at bay, that sense. And then I ended up, it was a close round. I thought I had him hurt in the fifth round. Everybody's like, why didn't you go for the knockout? Because the reason why I didn't is because you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Just because you think that you have him rocked, what if you don't knock him to the ground? What if he stays on his feet and he just eats my punches and the bell rings and then he wins because the first 2 minutes went his way. You know what I mean? So
Now that said, with the injury and persevering through the fight like you did, I mean, your team must have been saying, "Don't fight." I mean, these are injuries that could stop.
we didn't go to the doctor.
Really?
I said I'm not going to the doctor because you see a lot of guys back out, and here's the thing: that's my second chance to get a title shot. You know what I mean? And who gets to fight for the title, lose, and get to fight for the title again, and definitely in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
But also on the other end, you fight injured and you lose, you might have to fight 3 more times again to get a chance.
But here's the thing: if I back out of that, do they give me another shot? You know what I mean?
I think so, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the UFC likes people that take chances, that go out there and try to do those kind of things. You know what I mean? There, for example, if you take a 3-week notice fight and you lose, they're never going to cut you.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Because they're like, hey, you stepped up for us. So they reward people that take risks.
But it was interesting, Dolce saying there was no talking Johnny out of this fight. It's just in his wrestling mentality, push forward.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you got to sit there, and that's what it was. Is that I sitting here? There's obstacles in your way. Everybody has obstacles. You know what I mean? Some greater than others. And how do you rise above them? Do you let them hold you back, or do you say, you know what, we're going to win no matter what? You know what I mean? Did I know that I was going to go in there and win that fight at that stage? No, but you never know what you can do until you try.
And I guess it's kind of that mentality that got you to where you're at right now.
Exactly, and that's that's exactly what I'm trying to say is that from years of wrestling, from my dad pushing me to my wrestling coaches pushing me to being at Oklahoma State to now being in fighting, I know what I can push through. I know what I can't. There's been times I've wrestled with a pulled hamstring. My leg, I couldn't squat, and I had to get in a wrestling stance for 6 minutes or 7 minutes. You know what I mean? And those are life lessons that suck, but you also, like I said, you find a different part of yourself.
Right.
You learn to say, this is happening, that's happening. Get yourself to get that win. Persevere. Freaking take that leap and see what can happen.
So, are you excited about fighting Robbie again?
Yeah, I think Robbie, I'm excited about that right now.
Is it harder getting up for the same opponent again?
No, because Robbie's very dangerous. You know what I mean? I think he's proved that the 3rd and 4th round. I have to be 100% focused on him. And that's the thing is, like, for me, I learned a valuable lesson in wrestling. I thought I was unbeatable. I ended up losing my senior year in my last match, right? Well, in that life lesson, I learned, hey, it doesn't matter how good you think you are, there's somebody training harder. There's somebody doing this, there's somebody doing that. You always have to be, I'm always the underdog in my mind. You know what I mean? I don't care what the odds say, but every fight, I'm looking at, he's got the title, he's got this, he's got that. And, people always say, well, what are you going to do now that GSP's gone because you have nobody to shoot for now that you're at top? No, I got plenty of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody that I fight, I got to beat.